Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another vlog. It is early and I didn't sleep very well. We got so much stuff to do today, so let's get it. Hopefully she makes good power today. I'll be happy. So first stop, I gotta get some gas. We're gonna go to a Shell, get some fresh 93 in the car. We have about a quarter tank, like 90 miles to empty. So the shop is like 25-30 minutes away from me. So which is perfect. I'll run through some of this gas and then put some new fresh gas. And I definitely need to get something to eat because this is going to be a long day. Got the gas, 93 pump. It is kind of expensive here, $3.20. Jesus. Whatever, as long as it works. Got the energy drink, then I had to buy another stupid mask because I lost mine in this car. I have no clue where it went. So I had to spend like $5 on that, of course. But yeah, nice day out. Can't complain. Hopefully that doesn't, it looks like it's gonna rain over there, but I hope not. Hopefully it stays nice and sunny. We just pulled up at Revolution. Got to change the oil, add some coolant in it, and we're gonna add the 2 suspension pieces that I bought for the car. I can't remember the name right now, but I'm gonna show you everything we got once we get inside and take a look at all the parts. But let's go see what's up. Take a look at the Fox. Fox is under the knife right now. Got the whole gear out for the rear. Getting the new one put in. Definitely missed this car, can't wait to get it back. They got it running good now, everything's fixed. Just gotta button up the stuff for the rear. And we'll be ready to rock. She'll be back in the house shortly. But now, we're working on this car. Gonna throw this car on the lift in a minute. Change the oil, do what we gotta do, and work on the suspension pieces. So I'm pretty sure we have to drop the whole rear suspension cradle on the car to get all the bushings and stuff in. I'm not sure yet, but from what I've seen online, we're gonna have to. But we're definitely gonna see. I'm gonna show you all the new parts now, and then we're gonna start getting at it. Got the oil drain out of the car right now. Got this little runoff right here to take the oil filter out, which was a pretty smart idea. So it wouldn't go everywhere because it's kind of in a little of a spot. Just got the exhaust dropped off the car. Now Matt is working on, what are you working on, Matt? Taking these bushing pieces out.
Pulling the diff mounting bushing bolt out to put the new inserts in.
So this is the one that's coming out, guys, and these are the new ones. So this is pretty much the next step upgraded. They are the red ones. I don't know what material they're made of. Do you know what kind of is it just like a hard plastic?
Urethane.
It's a urethane.
It's a light, that's the lighter durometer to the black ones.
Yeah, so this one is pretty much the best one to go with. Or if you want to go with a super stiff one.
The ones I threw.
Yeah, the ones Mike threw. These black ones, which would definitely stiffen up a lot more, but I wish all the ones were black instead of red. You're gonna notice that, a big difference. But yeah, changing those out, guys, and then on to the next. So we're about to put the first left side in, and Matt's greasing it up right now so it does not squeak when it's in the car. That bolt's a lot bigger than the factory one, ain't it?
Yeah, it's longer just to compensate for the bushing depth.
So the back bushings are in. They're not tightened down 100% because we still have to do the front ones. The rear cradle is dropped at the moment, so we're gonna try to go on the other side and get the other ones done. But yeah, this is how the back looks. For the most part, the rubber in there gave a lot of movement. This will just lock it down. So as you saw, we got the back ones in. Now let me show you the other side. I guess you would consider this the front, but they're in. We were able to like drop the cradle a little bit and swing them in there, like kind of like wiggle, like finesse their way in, because before you would have to drop the whole cradle and that's just so much excessive work. So you can see we still got them in no problem. They're still a little loose. We have to crank everything down, but we are adding some more suspension pieces right now, and I believe we have to keep it loose just for that reason. But so far it's looking good, and everyone's telling me it's going to be a night and day difference. I want to show you guys this. So this is pretty much how it is from the factory, and you can see at the top right here how crazy it is off of alignment because the IRS on this car just moves so much. So this lockout kit that we're putting right now, which is right, that's the piece.
Yep.
That's gonna slide right up in there and pretty much lock it down so it's not even gonna move one bit. See how like tight the fitment is for that? So now it's definitely not gonna move. Will that go all the way up in there, Matt?
Yeah, once this is tightened down, it'll just center the bolt.
Stay right in there, yeah.
There is no slop in the bushing anymore.
So before, the bolt was just in here without it.
Yep.
And it was just moving around freely, which is crazy. I don't know why Ford would do that. I thought they had, wasn't there a rubber piece in that one or no? There was nothing.
That's it.
Wow. So yeah, that's gonna be a night and day difference. That's probably like the little shimmy that I do feel like in hard corners. So we're gonna take one of the wheels off so we can show you the lockout kit. It is right over here under that metal piece right there, but we were gonna show you more in depth, but we have to get the wheel off so you guys can get the better angle of a look at it. And so far it's going in great, perfectly smooth, no issues. But yeah, it's looking good. We're gonna get you the other angle right now. So you can see it right there and right there at the bottom. It isn't tightened down right now. Just have it loose so you guys can see the difference of where it goes and how it sits in there with the little notches in it, just so when it gets tightened back up, it is not gonna move at all. And especially that other piece in the middle that I showed you before, it's not gonna let it slide around at all. So the factory, the way it was, you could see how it rubbed and it was so off a line. It was probably a line, I would say a good 1/4 to a 1/2 inch off. But now it is not moving at all. The whole rear on this car is gonna be planted. But yeah, it's gonna be night and day difference. I can't wait to drive it. To give you guys another look from the bottom, so these pieces are kind of like a clam. They clip together and you screw them in from here to here, and it pretty much just pulls it tight, but keeps that pretty much piece in between nice and firm. I definitely couldn't have did this by myself at my house. I don't have any of this, and I would have not known how to do this. I guaranteed would have jacked something up. But it's all learning experience, and it's good because if you guys actually look up the video on how much the factory bushings move, because in here it's just a rubber piece and it just freaking bounces. The bolt will even, you'll see in some of the videos, the bolt right here will touch literally like the framing of this metal. And some people don't even know, guys, if you have an S550, look into that, because this will change your rear like substantially, just by like launching wise and like high speed moving and stuff, because this bolt will literally move that whole distance just because you're getting on it consistently. Everything is buttoned up and torqued down to spec. As you can see, they are more flush in there on each side, and right up in here we also have them connected. They are complete. And let me get on this side and give you guys a better like eye level. Right up in here, right in there, you can see where that space took from the bottom and the top. Everything is done. The exhaust is back on. It's all buttoned up, torqued down to absolute perfect spec. We just got to drop the car right now, top off the coolant levels, and put the oil back in the car. It is a full synthetic 5W50 weight, and the reason I'm running this weight is because we're gonna in the later video we're gonna be throwing the car on the dyno, and the car is gonna be shifting about 8,000 RPMs. And the point of that is, since I'm on stock oil pump gears, it needs a little more, I guess, I want to say thickness to it when it's spinning that fast. The 5W20 that Ford usually runs is way too thin. It's pretty much like water for this car. After we did all this stuff to the rear, the car must go on the alignment machine to get ready, because we did drop the IRS on this car. So we're trying to set the camera up in a certain way to where the car is capable of putting the power down in the most efficient way possible. We're going -1. That was right, Matt. -1, correct?
-1 on each side.
-1 on each side. So even when I go on a different wheel setup, when my new wheels come in, I can throw them on and it's still gonna put as much power down as possible. And the front's gonna stay the same, right?
So for about this on each side.
Okay.
That side just needs a little touch up. It should be there.
Little update on the Fox. This is something you guys all been asking for. So all the gearing in the rear end got replaced, all the seals, all the bushings, everything got redone in the rear. And I don't know if you guys remember from Mustang Week, my distributor did go out. It was electronical module piece on the distributor that did go, it failed. So that got rebuilt, replaced, new electronics in it, and they got the car running good. They put it back on the dyno, got everything 100% straight. Then the rear started having that drip. We did notice that, and they remembered that, but it wasn't going bad to the point where it was gonna cause any failure. So I was like, you know what, let's get it out, replace it. It is the winter season, let's get it ready for summer, and here we are, guys. It's still all apart right now. They finished putting all the gears and stuff in it today, but they just have a few more things to button up, and it should be ready to come home. So more videos coming soon of the Fox. I just want to give you guys this little update, keep you guys posted, because I know so many of you guys are asking where's the Fox been, and don't worry, I've been wanting it back as much as you guys, most likely even more, just because I love driving this car around. But it is wintertime, it is cold, and I do like to cruise with the windows down just because how old it is, and I don't like to turn the heat on, and you know, I don't want my heater core to go out, because if that goes out, you gotta pull the dash out, and I ain't doing all that with this car. So stay tuned, guys. Fox will be coming back very soon. All suspension's done, guys. Oil's in the car. 11 quarts. I swear, I thought it took like 8, because that's how much my old one was. But apparently the 18 and up does have the bigger oil pan, but came out perfect. I'm hyped. stay tuned for next video, guys. The car is about to go on the dyno. It's gonna be part 2 of today's video, so this is gonna wrap up today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Car came out perfect the way Matt did the suspension pieces. It went together nice and smooth. Definitely took some time to get it in and make sure it was 100% because we had to drop the whole rear cradle. It wasn't crazy hard, but you just gotta make sure you have the right tools to get it done. That's why I came to Revolution, because I do not have the tools. I don't have like the stands to hold up the rear when I'm doing it. So it came out perfect. I'm happy. I can't wait to take the car for a drive, see how it does. But part 2 of today's video, which is going to be dropping maybe next week, is car going on the dyno. It's a baseline as the car sits right now. Then we're going to tune it. We're going to throw the JLT intake on it while the car is still on the dyno and see how much power we can get out of it. Pretty much all motor as it sits, pretty much with an X pipe and an intake and a tune. Stay tuned for more content, and I'm out.